So this is the 2018 iPad Pro, and along with it, if you remember, I had bought a few accessories, one of them being the Smart Folio cover for the iPad Pro. So this is an $80 case, and literally all it is a few magnets and a flap like this. So really, it's pretty expensive for what it is, and it really got me thinking as to what was the point of paying $80 for this. So I went on Amazon, and I found one of the cheapest solutions to this for $20. It is highest rated, I believe, and I decided I need to figure out if this $80 is worth it, or can $20 do the trick for such a simple case. And you know, Apple always has their quality. It's always perfect. There's a bunch of magnets in it. There is that Apple finish to it, but honestly, how much of a premium can you charge for it? If someone's charging $20 for it versus the $80, it's a pretty big delta. You could buy 4 of these and you'd still be just touching where you are. It's at a quarter of the price. It's really hard to see if the same basic thing is really just not, you know, that big of a deal. So let's open it up. Let's see what it's all about. Now this one promises to be just like this one. So here it is right next to it. Looks somewhat here or there same. Looks same on the back as well. Can you compare it? And all right, so and this case is apparently the same magnet style folio as this one. So let's look at that. So number one thing I'm noticing is that the material quality inside the iPad is definitely way better on the Apple case. However, as I said, is it worth 4 times the price? That's the question. So my biggest concern is how well it's going to stay inside this case, since it is all held by magnets. That is my biggest concern. It is an expensive iPad, so I am not going to trust it without, you know, just in a cheap case, knowing that it might fall out. So let's see. So in the case, it feels pretty good, but let's see what it's like when I try to wiggle it out. So no movement, almost just as sturdy as the other case, which is a good thing. Now, I've tried previous, you know, Chinese copycat smart covers. The biggest weakness has to be this flap right over here. They never just seem to be as good as the Apple ones. Let's see what this one's like. And this one I can already see, like, just when I propped it up like this, the magnet has become undone here. I don't know. It doesn't seem too bad. So I don't use my iPad like this too much. I will use it like this though. And in this position, it is pretty strong. All right, nice. Okay. So what are some other situations? So folded back, feels pretty good. And let's just try. Okay, so there's a magnet that holds it back as well. So when you have it towards the back, it just doesn't flip out, which is really good. Okay, so it is almost exactly the same thing as this one, except it's way cheaper. And that's kind of what I expected, but if you guys caught the smart keyboard one, I was a little bit disappointed with that. You know, I was really hoping that the Chinese Amazon version would have really came through for me there, but it didn't. This one, however, it is. It's pretty much exactly the same way, and this I can 100% consider, you know, as a true alternative to the Apple case. And it does almost the same exact thing. Let me even grab my Apple Pencil here, and so it latches on just like that, just like it would on the other case, and it looks perfect. The material is a way more, you know, it's not the same as the iPad. It definitely feels a little bit lower in quality compared to the iPad. The iPad has this more rubbery silicone finish. This just feels, it feels like not the highest quality plastic. Like after a little bit, it's gonna start becoming a little worn out. I don't know how to describe it. It's just a feeling. I'm sure that if you've used cases like this before, you can understand a little bit of what I'm trying to tell you guys. So my verdict on the Apple copycat Chinese version of this case is that it's actually pretty good. I did not expect it to be as good. For a quarter of the price, it gets everything done. It's in black. There are a few other colors. I'm going to have the link down in the description below if you do want to check it out or buy one for yourself. and it does almost everything the other case does. It's not really, this case isn't really that special, so I never understood why it cost $80, but I like this. This is definitely I think from my initial impressions, I do recommend this. This seems to be a much, it's exactly what you need if you're not trying to spend way too much on an already very expensive device. And the magnet is very strong. It does not just come off, so you really have to get it going before it comes off. And the quality is very decent. Worst case, I'm telling you, if this wears out in a couple of months, you buy another one for $20, and it provides the same level of protection as this one would. Drops, really, this one doesn't have any protection either, but it's just more of a scratch-proof and kind of daily use case, which I think this does a perfectly good job at for a quarter of the price. So that's it for this video, guys. Let me know if you have any questions about this case or the Apple one down in the comments below. And as I said, I have the links to both of these down in the description if you want to check them out for yourselves. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll catch you in the next one.